Hello, everybody. We're playing this game. That's right. I was gonna skip it entirely because I'm a big fucking hipster and don't do anything that other people do, but fuck it, it was a free game, it has cute anime chicks in it, and I figured why not. And I was also requested by it by a certain anonymous somebody that I don't need to say anything about who they are. Yeah, that's right, I sold you out. Anyway, so basically the premise of this game, if you can't already tell, it's a visual novel-esque, like, cutesy fucking... If you haven't heard of it, that is, but I'm sure pretty much anybody watching this has already seen somebody else do it, but... The point being is it has a very weird perspective where it just, like, changes into a very horror and unnerving thing very quickly. So... apparently it's supposed to be pretty fucking good. It's got like a 10 out of 10 on Steam right now, so there's got to be some merit to this. So let's jump right on into this. It actually starts, by the way, too. It opens up with a fucking, you need to agree to the grotesque shit that you, or the unnerving shit that children shouldn't be seeing, or people that are not good with, like, horror fucking elements and stuff. Like, there's actually an agree box at the beginning of it when you start. I don't know what happens if you decline. I imagine that the game closes and blows up. We're just gonna go with silent. Also, it's a visual novel. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. We're off to a fantastic fucking start here. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Yeah, you know, that person where, like, you don't even know why you're friends even in this day and age, but, like, fuck it, why not, right? I'm talking about you, Sebastian. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. This guy sounds like a dick. Ha! Ha! I assume that that's supposed to be more of a out-of-breath thing, but... I overslept again! Damn right you did. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. It is. It is very mean, because my main character is a douche. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, just cuts her right off. He's such a dick. I don't like this guy already. I don't like my character. Fuck, I accidentally right-clicked. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Silence, have you decided on a club to join yet? Yes, the Doki Doki Literature Club, of course. A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. I was part of a chess club for 5 minutes in high school. I couldn't do any clubs because I didn't have any way to get home and it sucked. But oh well. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Sure, it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. He's a real dick! I mean, to be honest, he sounds a lot like me. Not gonna lie. But I'm not, like, dismissively an asshole to people like this. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, you just put the last nail in the coffin, didn't you, game? Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. I don't know what a NEET is. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look for a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. A little less dickish. There you go, buddy. Will you at least promise that you'll try a little harder? Does spacebar work? Yes, it does. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! So I bet you $10. If you decide to go with Sayori here, she's probably a yandere. I'm just gonna call that. Like, it seems like if they're gonna do a twist where, like, suddenly she's totally evil and shit like that, it's like, I see a yandere coming out here. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. That or a schizophrenic, maybe. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants you to check out some clubs. I hear the 9-iron is pretty fucking good. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds like exactly what he just said beforehand, actually. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, he's a meanie, alright. You tell him, Sayori. The vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Vice President-elect. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. What a douche, man. He's an asshole. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Nehehe. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. Probably a little both. I mean, if my yandere theory is true, she's probably a lot smarter than you think. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Your cupcake's right in front of you, though, can't you see? And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That almost means two things. Dejected, follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah, I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Girl 1. Just that's it, Girl 1. They don't even put, like, question marks or something, just Girl 1. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Alright, so we have the fucking Super Mahiru 2.0 right here. Fucking Feminist Supreme. Ah, silent. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. She already says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. So, since I know you're gonna watch this anyway, Sebastian, let me guess. The chick on the far right is who you think that I am immediately going to be going for. Well, you're fucking absolutely right. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet the both of you. Yeah, she's a cupcake, alright. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. Great to see you again, Silent. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Silent. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? Tea sounds fucking fantastic. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to a corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! I didn't think of anything other than the scene from The Dark Knight where he just BAM! That dude's head into the fucking pencil. I don't know why, but I did. Whoa! I think is how that's pronounced. I'm not exactly sure what the full fucking... Is it nomenclature is the word? I think so. I don't know. Natsuki lifts the foil off of the tray. Words are confusing me today. I should have woke up for a little while longer beforehand. So they look like cats, got it. The whiskers are drawn with icing. Little, like, pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Sounds about right. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Yes, dumbass! I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright, so we have a tsundere, we have the fucking cute, shy one that's usually more intelligent than everybody else all the time. So we have basic anime tropes going on here. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? True. I haven't read anything in a long fucking time since the Middle-earth stuff, but whatever. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Oh, that's adorable. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Yokata. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I would. I'd be like, Sayori was really, really stern in making me show up here, so it would have been a funny story. Just don't be a dick. That's simple. It's not a very hard concept, just don't be a dick. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Yeah, fuck politics, Monica. Agreed. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I've been part of those things before. I couldn't stand being in the fucking student council. It was terrible. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Fair point. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I am fulfilling the dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. I see a fang in your mouth, and I'm okay with that. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted of the idea of a new member joining. Not exactly what the text said there, but it works. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Silent, what kind of things do you like to read? Anime? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. She's pretty much saying fantasy shits, and she loves fucking fantasy worlds and all that other stuff. Can I claim waifu material? And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once, and pooped my pants immediately afterwards. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Somebody's been reading some Lovecraftian horror. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? Baka! You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. I am not cute. Bullshit. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. She averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Dots. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looked quizzically at Monika. I actually nailed that word. Cool. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Silent? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced you to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. See, you're a dick! Who would say that? I would just fucking roll with it at that point. Be like, fuck it. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Silent. You all... I'm defenseless against these three girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful women. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I am so happy. I'd like to think that Sayori just has like a really fucking deep black dude voice now. I'm gonna start just reading her stuff in a black dude voice. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over to me once more. Silent, I look forward to seeing how you can express yourself. Ehehehe. Tilde. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. I would totally just do something that was just absolute bullshit and just read it out with a complete confidence in the class, too. Just, this is my poem. Butt stuff. And just go right from there. Just do something intentionally embarrassing. Hey, Silent. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? It's alright, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore since she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay, Tilde. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Well, fuck me. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna save first. And actually, on that note, we're gonna actually just cut it right here. We're gonna completely cut the episode here, folks, and then we're gonna come back to this in a later episode. So, I just want to have cut points where I can edit shit. So, I will see you guys in the next part. I'm just gonna immediately move into the next one. I'm still recording for today, so take it easy, guys.